Alright everybody, for those of you who have been watching the videos, the green one will look familiar. And now you're seeing double. Not only do we have a green one, we also have a white one. Well, technically it wasn't white before, it was a teal green. It just was faded. See? It's like a teal green. But if you notice, this one is missing 2 doors and is shorter. If you know anything about these cars, they made a 2-door hardtop convertible, and this car is a 2-door hardtop convertible. That top would fold into that trunk. Obviously, it has seen better days. This car came from a older gentleman. He bought this car about 30 years ago for parts, and he ended up not needing any parts. So he decided it's time to let it go. So here it is. It sat in a makeshift shed, and obviously the back half of the car sat underneath the eave. So all the water fell in that spot. And obviously it shows. The whole top of the fender is gone, along with the floor and the deck lid. But this is a 59 Ford Fairlane 2-door hardtop convertible. It's called a Skyliner, as you can see. Skyliner. Now this top is very similar to that top over there, only this one here folds in the trunk. Has the same trim right there as that one does right there. This trim here is missing. Back glass is different because they had to shape it different for it to get in the trunk. This seam, when this roof went up, this section would rotate under and then go into the trunk. All the mechanism is still here as far as I can tell. You have the rods that screw up and down in there that pull the trunk back. You have your box right there. I think that's your hydraulic or electrical control box. I'm not really sure. I don't 100% know how this works. But when you kind of sit here and look at it, you kind of get an idea on how it does work. But like I said, the floors are gone. So, you know, I don't know if any of it got bent, because that rod or that cylinder is supposed to be mounted to the floor. Well, obviously the floor is gone, so it's sitting a lot lower than it's supposed to be. I don't know if it's going to affect it at all or not, but so this top here would flip back. This roof would fold down in the trunk. So the trunk lid has got these hinges that would allow it to flip back to let the top go into the trunk. And you have this panel here, which still has the factory color on it. It's actually a soft material, like a leather. So this would actually rotate up and sit right here for your package tray. So, I mean, this is a 59. This is pretty impressive that they had all this back in the day. Now, obviously, it has seen better days. It's mainly going to be good for parts. I don't think it's worth restoring, but you never know. They're awful rare cars. Someone might want to try it. I personally would not. That's just too much rust for me. I mean, you could use this one for a donor car, at least for the trunk and the quarters. Well, quarters, I don't think you could use them. I think they're actually different. These quarters are extremely long compared to the sedan quarters, so you'd have to try and find a coupe. But this would make a good parts car. As far as I know, the motor is complete and still in it. The transmission is still in it. I can't get the hood open. The hood thing is stuck. I can't get it to come open. This door opens, but check out the door panels. It's had this shiny aluminum paneling. Now it's starting to flake off, but it's like a blue-green color. When the sun hits it, it looks phenomenal. And you can really tell, you know, how upscale models would get way better trim. Okay, these are the same year vehicles, so they're gonna have the same modeled door panels, right? Now that's a 59. Now see, that door panel is just like basic. You have a little bit of chrome trim there, but the rest of it's all color matched. There's no aluminum. This sucker here has got the fancy molded leather. I guess that's what that is. And then you have the blued tin, either tin or aluminum, with the chrome. I mean, it was a sweet looking car. The headliner is obviously gone. Seats are rough. Floor is gone. The dash is a lot more fancier than the other car. Let's take a look. So you can kind of get a comparison. So this one's showing 90, looks like 97,099 miles. That's probably legit miles, 97,000 miles. That's probably right. That actually seems like a lot of miles to me. This one looks to have all the seats in it, whereas this one does not. Let me see if I can get another shot of getting this hood to pop open. I don't know if that's the right one or not. I'm pretty sure that's what I pulled on last time. Anyway, so there's the number. There's all the stuff for it. Body, color, trim, date. I'd like to get underneath the hood and try and figure out if it's got the same motor or not. I was gonna see if it had an engine number on there, on that plate. If it did, I was gonna go over here and compare it with this one. But obviously it does not. And oh, look it did release. All right, should be a safety catch right there. So I'm gonna put you guys down because I'm gonna need two hands to do this. So just bear with me for 1 second. Wow, that hood is stiff. All right, it looks like the same motor that's in the one behind me. Although this one has been sitting open for a very long time. Battery tray's gone, inner fenders are gone. Huh, this one had, it looks like power steering down there. Is it? I think that's power steering. So that one had power steering. Let's see if this one had power steering. Nope. This one does not have power steering. that's what I thought. We put that rock on there, although it ain't helping much. I need to get a bigger rock or put more on there. Try and keep this hood shut. So this one did have power steering. I wonder how rare that is. Seen that right there. So that's your power steering pump with your reservoir. Your lines go back to your power steering, or your steering gear. Distributor has been pulled out of the motor. Well, no, distributor is still in the motor, so I don't know what this one came out of. There's your cap for your distributor. Carburetor seems froze up. You're missing a blower motor over there. But everything else seems to be still here. I wonder what this is. It's a weird looking container. I don't know what that is. Let's check the oil real quick. Yeah, transmission's still on it, so water transmission is still there. Oil looks rather dark black. Probably does not smell very good either. Well, to be honest, that motor's probably stuck. You could probably rebuild it if you needed one. But there you have it. You got a 59 two-door hardtop convertible. And you got a 59 four-door sedan. You know, it's crazy when cars like this come in. You know, it's shocking to get this one in, especially in the shape that it's in, but then to get the same year in a rare two-door hardtop convertible, I mean, it's crazy, you know. But that's one reason I love my job. You get to see stuff like this. It's sad to see it come in, but at least I'm not gonna crush them. You know, I would sell this car for parts to someone who's needing one. Maybe someone needs a hard top for one. Imagine these tops are extremely hard to find. This top here looks pretty good. Just needs to be sanded down. But I don't see any major rot through anywhere on it. I mean, the top is still pretty solid. So I imagine these aren't very easy to find. So if anybody does need any parts, we do have a parts car. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next one.